What's up, y'all? I just want to do this video. The video is called Walking the Walk, and reason being, I just want to show you something, and also, so I guess announce something. But I've been having a hard time with all these videos because, and you might notice it in some of them if you're watching closely that. So I'm sort of hung up on the idea of making money at this. The rub on that is that it took a long, long time for me to even think of charging anybody for anything I do. I don't know. Maybe it's just like an old school trait or something. I don't know. But then I understood about energy exchange because there's a lot of people all over that, when I'm helping them and they have a problem, great. But if talking to them about anything when they don't need you and for free, I mean, you might as well be talking to anything, inanimate object. I mean, it just doesn't, nothing happens. When they invest something into it from their end, they're more inclined to actually pay attention or whatever. So, still believe in energy exchange, but I just don't. I'm not gonna hold back anymore. The walk and the walk part is obviously I can talk the talk. Y'all been watching that, plenty of that. You'll see plenty more of it. But as I mentioned in, I don't know what, some other video that I've got things that I do every day to see where I'm at or get an answer. Not necessarily an answer, but like I spend a lot of time like talking to myself, but I do my best to do it like when other people aren't around because it seems a little psychotic. But I just wanted to know, like, how do I rectify this? Because I feel like I'm doing you a disservice or anybody by trying to hoard my knowledge and med it out in packages that you pay for. It doesn't work for me. I'm not dogging anybody that charges people. People pay for it. Great. It's just not for me. So the point, though, of the video, just to show you how I do it, that's the point, I guess, is I was actually going to go to work like I was ready to go. And I was about to leave. I turned the lights off and everything. I was out of here. But then I was like, man, I need to check my stuff, I didn't do it. I was just so scatterbrained or whatever. So I pulled a card from Shaman Tarot. I'll be happy to show it to you. This is it right there. It's 5 of bows. Bows is like wands. And it's called Appearances. So a guy sees himself in the mirror and he also reflection, and he also sees like the shaman versions of himself. Appearances. Worried about how you look. The kicker, though, I can't make this stuff up. I mean, I guess I could, but I think it would be a lot harder to make it up and then project it to you in some way that makes it seem natural. So, I don't make anything up. But I mentioned this book that I check every day. It's such a trip. I'm going to read it to you, too. I I just randomly open the book to a page and whatever that is, great. And because I have bad vision, it's not like I can see it ahead of time. When I open it up, like, it takes a second and I have to like, I'm going to do that in a minute because I don't like bifocals. They make me nauseous. So the one that I opened to today is called Sage. And it says, ancient sages lived in forests and wandered from village to village, sharing openly, teaching the people without profit or ownership. Not enough. Like, why, okay, I hear you. I'm going to read the text now. Oh, Spirit. There were more holy aspirants in ancient times. These men and women cultivated themselves in the mountains or wandered among forests and streams. When they came to a village and saw that there was some knowledge that could be imparted to the people, they did so openly. Once they taught what was necessary, they disappeared, knowing that others would follow behind them. They did not establish religious schools, temples, or philosophies bearing their names. They knew knowledge did not belong to anyone. It could not be owned, parceled out for profit, or withheld selfishly. Just in the fields. Nowadays, many people regard knowledge as a mere commodity to be packaged, marketed, and sold. Their interest is not in benefits for other souls, but for their own pocketbooks. For example, one contemporary master requires 1,000 ounces of gold before he will teach a single technique. We live in a world where the selfless sharing of knowledge is no longer a virtue. The more knowledge that you give away, the more will come to you. The more you hoard, the less you will accumulate. Be compassionate to others. What do you have to fear by being open? So I'm just telling you, if any of this is going to be worth a damn, I've just got to, just walk that walk and just let it all out. I can tell you that my fear was always that because a lot of my stuff is sort of unique, that by saying it out in the public, that somebody then who already has resources or some abilities of technical wizardry that I don't or whatever would just snap it up and then make a bunch of money off of it, and then I would still be just the poor motherfucker, because that's what I am. Poe. I don't think I even get the OR. I'm just P.O. Poe. But all the way up until 2012, I never took anything other than, like my staff or something like that. It was just it was fun. It was the adventure and satisfaction of combat, no doubt. But also, usually it's the innocents, like the children or bystanders, the people that have suffered those creatures, who were then freed from their grasp and then had peace and happiness, plenty of payment. So I guess my only issue is just figuring out over time how to, I just want to do this. I don't want to punch a clock and do stupid jobs that I have no interest in. This is what I have interest in. Teaching people, helping people, going a couple rounds with demons and dark entities, excuse me. That too. So, from here on out, especially because the last Arsenal video I'm going to do Saturday night, and it's about trust and connecting to Source. And there's no way I could talk about that with a straight face and really try to get it across to you while I'm being fake. Just because you don't know I'm being fake. is irrelevant, I knew I was being fake. And that's no bueno. What's the point? What's the point of this if I'm going to bullshit you? There's no reason for it. So, moving forward, I'm going to just tell you everything I can tell you. But I will say, as far as the combat and dealing with entities, it's serious business, because you can end up with sickness, a psychological ailment, an attachment, lots of bad shit if you don't know what you're doing. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying a lot of people don't. A lot of people are oblivious until it gets them, you know? So like COVID, you know, like it's not real until somebody you know gets it, or God forbid dies from it. Or not even dies, the after effects are much worse than death. I guess that doesn't sound right, but I know what I mean, so we'll just go with that. The same thing where, you know, and that's not like these people are this and this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, usually outside of generally accepted things, like, I don't know, like the earth revolves around the sun, we all generally agree that that's the case. Unless it's something like that, the more obscure it gets, people are just self-absorbed. They're just totally in their own little tiny pinhole world. And when something comes in and messes that up, well, they have no choice but to deal with it or be affected by it or whatever. My way is seeing that fucker about 100 yards out and either getting out of the way or letting it know what you want to do. The tangent, right? Tangent. All right. So that's it, really. I'm going to try and make a full-on video. I just want to point out that, I get downloads and transmissions from the Light Council and the other Pleiadians, my higher self. I'm going to have to start sharing those. They're not like good news, you know. I mean, everybody sort of looks at, I don't want to say everybody. Unfortunately, it seems to me that too many people, I should say, instead of everybody, but too many people, I forgot what I was saying. Tell me what I was saying. I forgot. No, that wasn't it. I forgot. Sorry. I appreciate you trying to, hollering out and let me try to remember, but that's just what happens. So, since I can't remember the thought, I'm going to just assume that I was just censored because, I don't know, the things that happen outside of Earth, I don't even mean like the moon because it's outside Earth, I mean outside of our universe, are not affected by time. So you have to take that out of the equation. Just, I don't know how to describe it. The way that they see it is like they're looking at like we're in a fishbowl, I guess, or something like that, where, things go on and happen in a sequence of events. It doesn't happen like that. Everything is the same, and everything is is in frequencies. It's not like physically dimensionally oriented, because it's another direction that I can't point at, because pointing at it is a 3D thing. Thank you, Carl Sagan. You should definitely check out. Carl Sagan does a thing about the fourth dimension, about flatland, 2D, and then what a 3D creature would appear to as a 2D, and then a 4D would then appear as a 3D. Boy, it's spot on. And now I love that, of course, when science and magic come out with the same thing. So check that out. And it's a Saturday night. We're going to finish up the Arsenal series, and I'm going to talk a little more about Sunday trip. I'm hoping for good weather, but right now it's 50-50, but I still have to go. I mean, hopefully it doesn't snow or something, because I have to go. I really want to go right now, or, like right away, but it just makes sense to wait till Sunday. I've waited this long, I can wait till Sunday. So that's it. Lots of talking. Now we're going to do some walking.